Hello guys and welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about a side-to-side VPN between a FortiGate firewall, Fortinet firewall, and a checkpoint firewall. As you can see on screen, I have a topology. Let me just explain you the topology. So, port 3 from the FortiGate having the public IP and ETH2 is the uh, public external interface for the checkpoint, and it's having the IP address 5.5.5.5/24. Internal network we have 192.168.20.0 from the checkpoint side, and 10.10.30.30.0 is from the uh, FortiGate side. We have a SMS integrated with the checkpoint. I mean the SMS and the checkpoint gateway already configured. And in the FortiGate, we have just configured the basic configuration from the FortiGate firewall. Let's log into the FortiGate firewall, and I'll just show you what configuration we have. So as per the topology, the 79 is the IP address. Let me just go ahead and log in. Give it a username and a password. All right. So let's jump to the network section. The network section here, and jump to the interfaces. So as per the topology, we configure the interfaces. The port 3 is our extra interface having this IP address. Okay. Uh, Port 2, port 1, the basic configuration is done. And same we have from the checkpoint side as well. So let me just show you that as well. So let me just go to the checkpoint. So I'm going to the gateway to it. Yeah, it's up. So give it a username and password. And just meanwhile log into the checkpoint smart console. So let me just go ahead and log into that. It may take time, just the SMS is got rebooted, so just wait for that as well. Meanwhile, let's go back to the interfaces of the checkpoint firewall. This is the gateway interface. ETH0 is management, ETH1 is internal, and ETH2 is external. Okay, it's launching. Uh, if you see here, this is the external, this is the management, and this is the internal. The PC is having these IP addresses. Okay, and let's quickly check if we have a connectivity between these two IP addresses, FortiGate and the checkpoint. So what I'll do, I'll go to the checkpoint. And I'll just do log database override command, and then I'll just do the ping to FortiGate IP address, which is 5.5.5.6. So I can see I can ping FortiGate IP address. Let me control C. And I think from the FortiGate side also we able to ping the gateway. So this is the initial thing you need to check, because you need to have a connectivity between your both the external gateways. Then only you're able to configure the VPNs. The command is here, execute. Then we can do the ping and the IP address. 5.5.5.5 is the checkpoint site. Okay, it's also pinging. That means the connectivity between these two guys is there. Now go to the smart close smart console, and I just want to tell you the explain you the policy. So let me just say any. All right. So we just have a communication between my local LANs, then communication from my LAN towards the any side, then my management network towards the management network, and FortiGate IP address to the checkpoint side, and checkpoint side to the FortiGate checkpoint to the FortiGate or any. Okay, this is a live environment, so we'll be okay with these policies. In production environment, you have to be careful what policies you are designing. If you design wrong policy, maybe you will be get victim for the external cyber attacks. All right, so be careful on that. So this is done. Next step is critical, which is we need to configure the static routes. See here. So in FortiGate, we are going to reach 192.168.20.0 from 55555. Okay. So I'll go to the FortiGate Firewall. In the network static route, I want to create a new route, and then I am going to 192.168 or 20.0, right? Is my extra destination IP address, and subnet mask would be 255.255.255.0, and my gateway is of the next hop, which is checkpoint side. Okay, so this is the basic static route supposed to be localized. However, we need to configure this when we have the tunnel in place. Okay, then only we'll be seeing what options we are getting, to route this traffic. Right now, this seems to okay for me, but I am not configuring that. Okay, so let me just show you that part as well. So I am just canceling whatsoever we have here. Now let's proceed with the VPN configuration. Okay, so let's go to the VPN from the FortiGate side, and here you will see different options. I'll say IPsec tunnels. As soon as I click, you say create new tunnel, and it gives me the option. So I say IPsec tunnel. As soon as click that, I'll come to the IPsec wizard. So you can start from the wizard itself, but for the lab purpose, I have shown you. This is what we can do. Here it says you need to configure with respect to what site-to-site template type, or you have to do the custom configuration. So basically, in a short, template is something it is you can easily configure the site-to-site VPN just following the instructions what we have from the FortiGate side. They present you with the form, and you just have to fill that, and you're good to go, right? But if you go with respect to the site-to-site hub and spoke and remote access, and it's more towards the having both the sites same gateways like FortiGate gateways. But when I say custom, this time I have to think about the other devices, right? So when I think about the other devices other than FortiGate, then I can choose this option. I hope this part is clear. So name, I'll give a name, site to site, and I'll give CP40. Any name you can give. Please enter at least most 15 characters. How many characters we have? 5 plus 5, 10. More than this. Yeah, we have enough characters. Right. Then custom. At most. Oh, sorry, I read wrong. Please enter at most 15 characters. So this exceeding that. I'll say simple VPN between S to S, side to side, CP and 40. Okay. Next. So name is given. Comment if you like, you can give that. Now select the networking part. So we have IPv4 IP address, static IP address is the remote gateway, which we can define here. So my IP is simply 5.5.5.5. Interface, which will take a part of this, as you can see here, is a port 3. So I am just clicking that port 3. Alright, if you see there are multiple options other, but we have to select port 3. Then local gateway, if I click that, it will give you IP address by default here. If you have any secondary gateway, you can specify that as well. Okay, so that is fine. Next is mode config. So night travel, so if you want to enable that, it's already enabled. You can select that. If you have a NAT within a gateways, if you have a NAT configure, this option is very crucial for you. For now, I keep enable. Keep alert frequency 10, that is fine. DLP detection on demand, and all those things are basic details. Now, important thing is method authentication is pre-shared key. I'll just simply give a pre-shared key. All right. IKey version 1 for now. Aggressive main mode, we know the difference. Aggressive mode 3-packet exchange, main mode 6-packet exchange. Aggressive mode is less secure, main mode is more secure. Phase 1 proposal, what we're going to send here as a lab environment, it only shows the DES, so I'll select that. Authentication from Shaun part is 256, which is fine. Encryption, he will give me the DES only because this is lab. This guy, let me check what happens here. Give me 1 sec. All right. So we don't require a multiple encryption types, so that's why it will not give me this option. We require a one encryption. This is a phase 1 proposal. We don't have to have a multiple encryption and authentication methods to be entered. So this is fine. Diffie Hellman group. Let's select only one. Let's select group 5. Key lifetime in seconds 86400. Local ID. Local ID is something which you need if in case you are configuring the IP address here as well, but I don't want that for now. XORth and everything is part of not a XORth is not a discussion of this video, so I'm not doing anything out here. Phase 2 selector, here you need to define encryption domain or interesting traffic. Local side and remote side you need to define. So it's giving me give me 1 sec. Okay, phase 2 selector, name, local address, remote address is by default selected this. We don't have to do anything here. Next is phase 2. So here you can select your local subnets. I would say IP address, or I would say subnets, depends. So local subnet, what we have based on our topology is 10.30.30.0. So we'll give that. So it's 10.30.30.0, and this is what we need to give as a subnet mask: 255.255.255.0. Remote side subnet as per the topology is 192.168.20.0. So let's do that. 192.168.20.0 and subnet mask 255.255.255.0. All right. So this is looks good. If you want to go to the advanced, we will see phase 2 proposals. So this is also important. So let's select encryption. Here we'll have this choice only. Authentication will select 256 only. Only one we can pass. Okay. DP admin group in a phase 2 will select 5 only. It's a power secrecy, guys. Remember, enable replay detection if you want, that you can enable. Local port remote protocol, all, that is what's selected here. Key lifetime, here we have selected in seconds. Let's have the same thing what we have in a phase 1, 86400. Okay, I'll select the same here, just we will not get confused, and that's it. I would say okay now. Anything is missing? Yeah, saying authentication method here, I don't want those, so I'll just be selecting it. Similarly, if you want somewhere else to do that, we can do. Okay, now say okay. All right. Now we'll go to the static route. So we'll go back to the network, and here there is static route. Let's create one. Let's have your destination, which is 192.168. What is that? 20.0. Let me just cross check. Yeah, and then subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Gateway IP address. If you click add, here you can see this community name, right? You can give it that because you need to have this route to take a preference of this. So you can select that. Advanced option, we don't have to select anything. Let's have everything by default. Okay, so now I have just make a status enabled. If you see here, for the static route, and the other side is not configured for with respect to VPN. All right, so we'll go ahead and configure that. Okay, let's go to the checkpoint side. Number one thing, as per the process, number one thing as per the process, you need to create a gateway object, interoperable gateway. So come here, network object, go to the more, there is something called interoperable device. Here you give the interoperable device details. So we have the other side, Palo Alto, right? Oh, sorry, we have other side of FortiGate. I'll just give 40 and the IP address 5.5.5.6, and just after having that name, just have the IP address. Then go to the topology. Okay, so it has this guy also configured cpxt, which is fine. Your topology, you need to define the user domain. I want to see, do we have that other side? We don't have it, so we need to create one. So let's see, create a network object. I'll give a name, remote LAN for the VPN purpose. Give it a IP address which is 10.30.30.0, which is as per our topology. You can see here. Okay. Let me just go back and give it a subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and say OK. Let me go back. Now, as per the topology, you will see that encryption domain here. Let's add it. Now go to the IPsec. Here you just have to select link selection and main IP address. In advance, we have to select basic, whatever we have. Let's publish this guy. The next important thing is we need to create a VPN community. So I'll just say create a new VPN community. Okay, you can create like that, or you have another choice. Just go ahead, go to the more. There is something called VPN community, and just go ahead with the mesh community. The same thing going to open. I'll say 40 and CP community. Okay, so this will indicate your checkpoint side VPN configuration. We are not selecting anything here. Encryption, select what encryption method you need to proceed. Encryption method, use IKey version 1 for the IPv4. Okay. Algorithm, we have a DES. The other side, data integrity, we have SHA-256. Diffie element, we have group 5. In part 2, here also we have a DES. I mean, in phase 2 DES. This guy is SHA-256. We have a perfect forward secrecy for the group 5. Okay, so this is the basic one. Rest of the things we're not going to select, just we need to have this VPN community. But I forgot one thing, critical thing. So you need to have this participation gateways, have the FortiGate and the checkpoint gateway. And now go to the shared key. Here you have to select this box and add those shared key. Let's see. Let's add the shared key. Okay. Now go to the advanced. Here we have this guy in a minute and this guy in a second. If you have a configure or a FortiGate firewall, the lifetime is 8600. if I just want to edit this guy, I hope I can. Somewhere I can see the lifetime. Let me just edit this guy. Hopefully we'll see somewhere. Okay, 86400 in a second. Okay, so let's do this second to minute. Okay, and same we need to have there. So it's 1440 minute and 86400 seconds. Okay, so it looks good. Here just we need to change this. Okay, disable NAT inside the VPN community. Both options are selected at both the side and click OK. So now the community, okay, the following warning has been found. Encryption algorithm IK. Okay, that is fine. We don't have a choice now. So let's publish this guy as well. Okay. Next thing, you go ahead and add a route. So I'll go to the gateway. I'll go to the IPv4 static route, and I just say, okay, here the log we need to grab. So let me grab this log. I say add. Here my destination network as per the topology, you can see here 10.30.30.0. So I'll just have that here 10.30.30.0. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and let's add a next stop IP address, which is 555.556. I mean 3 times 5 6. So 5.5.5.6. Monitoring interface and everything, I don't want that for now. Let's say okay, and everything looks good here. Now last step, but before that, one important step we forgot to show you. I have configured that, but I just want to show you. So in a gateway, if you go back to the first, let's go back to this VPN domain. Here I have this local. Here I have this local LAN configured already. Okay, and in link selection, I have this IP address selected. Okay, and resting as it is. Now the last step after this is we require a bidirectional policy. So I'll just go ahead and configure a new rule here. I'll say site to site. Here I'll just give the name Forti and city. You can give whatever the name you like as per your requirement. You can give the name as per your requirement. Okay. Here I would like to have my source and destination, which is my remote LAN plus my local LAN. So where is my local LAN? This guy. Okay, and let's have those bidirectional communication. VPN community we need to add, which we just have configured. So this is my VPN community. Here I say any for now. You, depending on the requirement, you can configure this VPN application services. Accept and almost have a log to everyone, so that for the troubleshooting purpose we can see all those logs onto the log setting. All right. The policy wise everything looks good. Let's publish these changes and install a policy. So I hope you guys understand how we can configure the site-to-site VPN between Checkpoint and FortiGate firewalls. Okay. Meanwhile, I go to the Checkpoint gateway. and here if I say log database override, and here if I say VPN 2, you will see no tunnel formation for now. If I say 1, there is nothing. 2, there is nothing. Now what we will do, we'll try to generate some traffic from both the sides. So first I need to go ahead to this PC, and then I need to log in. Come on. Let me show you the IP address of this PC. So if you see, this is the 192.168.20.10 and it's pointing to my internal interface of the firewall. What I'll do, I'll just do the ping to the other side, which is 10.30.30.10, and I can see the traffic is initiated, but there is no response, right? Same we can do from the FortiGate side as well. Let me just log in here. Let me show you the IP address. 10.30.30.10, okay, and the internal IP address 10.30.30.1. I can also initiate the ping to the other side, which is 192.168.20.10. That is the IP address. Let me check one more time the other side IP address. Yeah, here I just want to change it, so it should be 10. All right, so let me do that. Let's initiate the ping. Okay, it says unreachable. All right, let me just check why it's saying. Before that, let's see if it's able to ping my FortiGate interface 10.30.10.1. So it's not pinging my FortiGate interface. Ping request could not find this guy. ipconfig. IP is correct. This guy, let me just see what's going on with the switch. Okay, so okay, there is no ARP here. FortiGate, we have this interface is already created. So let me just check one more time. Support 2 is connected. Let me just do one thing. Let me just go ahead and reboot the switch. Stop and start. Sometimes this happens because of the basic L2 troubleshooting. We'll keep this continuous ping. Oh, sorry, my mistake. I am giving something wrong IP address. 10.30. But I'm just doing a wrong ping. Let me ping other side, which is to 168.20.10. Sorry for that. Okay, now it's saying destination is unreachable. Let me have this ping to get continuously running. Let's do this. Let me ping first the gateway 30.30.1. It should be pingable, yeah. So this is pinging, and this guy's destination is unreachable. Let me just do one thing here. As per the VPN setup, what we have done, we went to the tunnel. Let me just go ahead here. Everything looks good. In static route, let's do this. Let's go to the static route and change that from this guy to the this 55555. I think I made a mistake here when we configuring. We selected a wrong interface, right? We don't. This field is required, but I want to go with the port which is taking part of this port 3. Let's see that if it works now. So I don't want to apply somewhere, right? Okay, now it's request timeout, right? So now it looks good. So let's see. Let's see. VPN IPsec tunnel. It says is inactive status. Let's go ahead from the checkpoint side. Let's do one more time this ping. Okay. And I just want to go to the checkpoint, and here I'll see if anything I can see. Okay, no data to display. Now next step is something we can go to the logs real quick, and I can see what's going on here. So last hour my IP address would be 10.30.30.10. I'll see what's going on here. So I can see there is some logs. The packets is coming here, but to some another IP address. This is the traffic I want to see. So I can see is matching rule, which is internal LAN. Okay. So this is something it's matching. Network internal LAN number 2. It should not match that. So internal LAN is something local to any, right? That is getting matched. So what I'll do for now, I'll just move this load to little bit higher side. Okay. It should match this guy first. So let me just install a policy. The policy got installed. Our communication from the both side is going on. Let me go ahead here as well, so that there's a checkpoint communication. So let's go to the logs again and see now what's going on. So now this gateway is going to hit this guy, matching rule. Okay, this is all log. Okay, this is 4427. So let's wait. So this is the latest log. Let's check what we are matching here now. It should be match the community, which is perfectly fine. I can see the communication is going on. What it says, source is my gateway, VPN details. This is the source, this is the destination. More, if I check here, the packet is encrypted, and maybe the other side is having some issues. So let's go ahead and do the troubleshooting in the next video. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and have a wonderful day.